I want to talk about coffee and the amount of coffee that we should drink. 83% of US adults consume coffee. Now, what's in coffee is caffeine, and the way caffeine works is it blocks a certain chemical that makes you sleepy. So basically, caffeine wakes you up. It helps give you this sensation of well-being, you feel more creative, and you're less sleepy. But if you have too much, it can have some negative things. It can increase cortisol. It can also increase adrenaline if you have too much. So another name for cortisol is glucocorticoid, because one of the functions of cortisol is to help you regulate your blood sugars if your blood sugars are too low. But cortisol decreases insulin sensitivity. So what that means, if you have too much, it can actually take you out of ketosis. And the problem with a lot of people doing keto is they do a massive amount of coffee, and especially at the wrong times. They do it through the entire day. So cortisol spikes at 8:30 in the morning, okay? So if you're drinking coffee through the day, you're constantly jacking up cortisol. And as you do that, you start stressing out the body, and it has some side effects, which we'll get to. Now, you're also stimulating adrenaline, and that's going to put you more in the flight or fight mode. So how much coffee should you drink? Well, I recommend you drink 8 ounces, okay? That would be the size of this coffee cup. Now, it looks very large, right? It's actually very small, okay? This is how much coffee I drink every single day. It's very small, 8 ounces. That's all I drink. That's what I recommend you drink. As you drink more coffee, it's going to affect you in various ways. It can give you side effects. It can actually make you tired. It can actually prevent you from sleeping or getting the quality of sleep that you really want. It can inhibit ketosis, and I recommend that you check your ketones by just consuming a small cup, and then the next day check your ketones after drinking, let's say, 3 or 4 cups, and you'll see that you'll actually be less in the ketosis. Also, it can give you more anxiety if you do too much. So most people drink coffee to have more focus, right? But the problem is it'll give you less focus, less concentration over time. You'll be more ADD. Also, it can decrease serotonin, and serotonin is the hormone that helps you assist in making you happier. So you might kind of be grouchy during the second part of the day. Also, it can give you tension in the back part of your neck, okay? Up in the top part, right between where your skull connects to your neck. And it can also affect and give you less digestion. So do one of these, okay? You can do decaf, make sure it's organic, or Teeccino, which is the great coffee alternative, or some herbal tea that's naturally decaffeinated. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies. with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.